Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Monday morning. I have decided to make another YouTube video. This YouTube video is going to be based upon how I feel about relationships now, today, relationships with your significant other, and we're going to go on this topic of relationships dealing with people. This is a very important topic. Stay tuned as I will be making a lot more videos coming up about this topic. Okay, there's been a lot of discussion about how, for me personally, in my specific relationship, I've been in, I'd say, a lot of relationships in my past, and up until now, discovering myself dealing with men. So, here's the thing, for all you people out there who don't know too much about me, I'm just going to sit here and say that, prior to my other videos about toxic men and online, offline relationships, there's a lot of different things that you can go into details when you're talking about a relationship. So I'm going to make this pretty clear out for people to understand, is that there are a lot of different stages of different relationships. So, you can either casually get into a relationship, you can build a relationship upon being best friends, which I think is the best relationship to get into, or you can get into that stage of relationship, which is the long-term relationship stage. Okay, so there's different levels of relationships and stuff. So I'm just going to give you a brief general aspect of what I believe is the definition of a true relationship and how you can build a good, solid relationship. And this is something that I'm still learning with experience, with just so many different things. So first of all, I've dated since I was 16 years old. And my brief definition of a good, solid relationship when I was 16 years old, that was more, for me, that was infatuation. I was attracted to my ex because I was attracted to him, his presence, the way he looked. And then you get into the more deeper relationships, which, I was only in just a few, apparently, okay, so in my serious relationships, I've only been in one serious relationship, and the serious relationship I was in was when I was 24. So by that time, when you're in your mid-20s and you go out and get into relationships, and you learn so much from that person. For me, I learned quite a bit from my partner when I was 24. So when I met my ex-boyfriend years ago, when I met him, I dated him, and I dated him with knowing that he had the same morals, the same values, the same, he just had the same bond, and we had that mutual respect with each other. So as our relationship had formed together, we were inseparable. It was one of those type of relationships I never thought I would get myself into. And then you have the the whole romanticizing. Every woman has their whole ideas of what they believe is a good partnership. For me, having a good partnership is building up a team. It's building up your foundation of what you would want in a partner. And for me, I always believe that having a good partnership is something that you have to work on, you have to build on, you have to build upon that trust. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt unless they treat you wrong, they show signs of red flags, and then that's that's when you know to, cut it off, so. And so by the time I hit my 24, and by the time I went on to my 30s, I realized to myself, I was dating people inexperienced at that particular time when I was dating the kinds of guys that I was dating. But overall, I have to say, I really did like the fact that I dated around, because then I knew, what I liked and what I didn't like in relationships. And so the fulfillment of a relationship for a lot of women is having a protector, having someone who's going to make you feel secure, having someone that you can build a good, solid foundation. And when I mean solid foundation, I want to give a specific definition of foundation. A foundation to me is like having building blocks so that you can work and build together as a team. So that's what a foundation to me is like. And so by the time I got into the relationships that I did get into, I learned from each relationship. And I'm making this video for people to understand that, hey, each relationship that I was in, take for granted, I learned a lot since, I was 16, and now I'm like in my 30s. I started realizing the different patterns of relationships that I've been in, and the kinds of quality of men that I've dated. So there's a lot of, like I said, different types of relationships, what people value in a relationship. There's different qualities of relationships. So picking and deciding which relationship that you feel is right for yourself is ultimately, for me, the best advice that I can give to somebody who's, starting out new, fresh. If you're a teenager, you're looking for a relationship, or if you're like myself, is somebody, who is ready to really just settle down and have kids, and being there for your significant other. There's a lot of reasons why I feel like relationships nowadays have not worked out the way they should have before. Years ago, relationships was between a male figure who provided for their wife. And nowadays, it's like women have to do the job of taking care of their kids and coming home, doing the housework, doing whatever they can to provide for their family. So there is a big difference of why I feel like a lot of times relationships nowadays are not as I would say, having a deeper meaning, a deeper value of a relationship. And what I mean by value, I mean a quality of a relationship that you are in and how you build your relationship. It's so important to value your partner and loving and showing a sense of, how could I say this? You have to be able to show your partner that you really, really do value them. Because I noticed that a lot of times when I got into relationships, a lot of the people that I had currently dated, they were good. Some of them were very good quality men, but then I just felt like it was a sense of like they say, where is your relationship? Where is the last thing in your relationship where you feel like you can build upon? And if you feel like, and that's what I mean by that is like, do you see yourself marrying that person? And if you don't see a future with that person, don't give it, I'd say, don't give it a real, chance to saying that, hey, it's going to work out. Because you have to have a real, like I said, solid foundation when you have a marriage. It's between two people, and two people who, really love and love one another. And so by the grace of God, a lot of people get into relationships, but they don't know the value in the relationship or the quality of their partner in a relationship. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I made a little, like, I said it was going to be brief, but it's been like 10 minutes now. But I really feel like this video is going to help many women, to empower women to just thinking better about yourself. You know, empowering yourself, limit the amount of doubts and fears, and just the ultimately making yourself happy, and realizing that a happy marriage is when your partner and you are together and you guys are both happy with each other, and you go both satisfying each other's needs, wants, desires in your heart. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm always, like I said, I always make empowering videos, encouraging videos, and I always will be making videos like this. Stay tuned to my next videos. My last videos were travel business videos, but I will definitely be making some more video content that is going to be, awesome. I'm always making more content. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Comment down below, and have a great Monday.